Going on, guys? How is Nate here today? Brand new video about why anime girls are going to be real in like 40 years. So yeah, you heard that right. How anime girls will be real in 40 years. How will that be achieved? Okay, all right. So you ask, how is that possible? Well, it's possible when you take augmented physical reality and virtual reality and combine them. So first off, let's get the terminology right. Augmented physical reality. Augmented physical reality. What does that mean? What does that mean? Augmented reality, all right, not the physical part. Augmented is like Pokemon Go. You take your phone in a physical environment and your phone enhances the environment. You're not altering, you're not changing the physical environment. Like if a rock is a Pokemon in virtually, all right, you're not changing the rock in real life to a Pokemon. It's just virtually on your phone, it becomes a Pokemon. Okay? Like that. Now, that's okay. So that's augmented reality. Is just the enhancement of physical environment via a digital device. Okay. Virtual reality is we know what virtual reality is. VR games, VR headsets. You put on a headset, covers your eyes and ears, sometimes your ears, and you go into a virtual world and go crazy in it. Okay. Augmented physical reality. So going back to augmented, what is augmented physical reality? Is taking a physical environment, adjusting it to be used augmentedly. Okay, so you adjust it to be used in a virtual environment. So you take augmented physical plus virtual, and you get something like this called the void. So here's a small YouTube video. Okay. You can see how this is what they experience. This is what we are looking at. This is their experience. They just have a headset on, some eyes. They're in a weird place, touching strings, but this is what they see. Touching a weird tablet, all this stuff. So essentially what they're doing is they create a virtual reality first. So they code a virtual world, and then they create a physical environment that is augmented and mirrors that virtual environment. So now the virtual environment you've created is now mimicked in a physical sense around you. Okay? So what does that do exactly? It's like, how's that going to put us in our own world? How that will put us in our own world is taking all 5 of our senses away. So whenever you have a headset like this on, as you can see, they had a headset that had first what you hear and then what you see, the goggles. So once you take those 2 senses away, that's your sense of hearing gone, your sense of sight gone. So 2 big ones gone into whatever world you plug them into. Whenever you put the augmented physical world around that, your sense of touch is also gone. So you saw them touching the walls, right here, touching the walls. That's what they feel, but really they're just touching a wall or something like that, a rough surface, but it's not like a rock like that. So in the augmented physical world with the virtual headset, now their sense of sight's gone, okay, sense of hearing's gone, okay, and their sense of touch is gone. All right, so there's 3. What's next? Sense of smell, easy. Just put fragrances throughout the physical environment. Simple enough. 4 senses gone. Taste. Obviously, if they want to taste anything, it can be somehow pushed in, like given to them in the physical environment. It wouldn't be that difficult. So all 5 of your senses can be gone like that when you're in an environment like this. So once all 5 senses are gone and the quality and everything is real enough to not see 2 big differences. Like for example, if the quality and what they see in that headset isn't too far different than what the human eye can take in, like it's not like pixelated is what I'm trying to say. If it's not super pixelated, then over time the body won't really know. I mean, if they're in a different world, it will start to assume like this is my world. So we're pretty far from that right now, but we're going to get to a point where these physical environments will be condensed. So you won't need an entire warehouse. It will be condensed to like a ball, a dynamic ball. And I've actually thought of these, like how can it be achieved in like a room, like 8 by 8 room or something like that. Maybe like 12 by 12. How can that be achieved? And I've thought about different ways, but I think it's possible. And once like the headsets and everything become like comfortable enough to where you can't feel they're on, you know how like you have like earbuds in or AirPods, and you're like, I can't remember I had them in because they were so comfortable, stuff like that. Um, Once those two things come together, augmented physical reality and virtual reality, you will see people living their entire lives. Okay, once it comes together in a wider sense of like entire companies will be dedicated to this. Like people can live their entire lives in a world without them actually knowing. So what kind of world? Any world you can code, like I said before. That includes anime girls. So yes, anime girls will be real in the sense that they will be real in the world in which they are created. Real in every way that the human body can perceive. The human body, not the human mind, the human body, and I guess part of the mind. So every way that the human body and parts of the mind can perceive, that's how anime girls will be real. So yeah, anime girls are gonna be real. YouTube. We'll see you fudging later. Bang.